Hello, world, and all who inhabit it. It is the Fatwikingknight that is always coming back to you from one of our towers here that we're trying to make good and beautiful and wonderful and glorious and all the things. We here, we doing stuff, and we making progress little by freaking little here. Yeah, you know. That's how you do it. You just got to keep placing block after block, and eventually something happens. It starts to take shape, and you're like, whoa, did I build that? And you're like, oh, yes, you did. Fantastic. Anywho, we here, and we doing the building. Going little by little, and we do need to fix our walls here because we discovered in the last one that they weren't quite up to par the way that they are situated, and I am not a huge fan of that. Let's go ahead and put our torch in the middle here because it's all it really needs. We could slab it, but nah, I don't really want to. You're not going to be able to get in here anyway. Unless we want to put, like, a little bamboo farm or something. Like, we could do, like, 4 little sections if we really felt inclined. I don't feel inclined, but if we did, we could. We definitely freaking could. Alright, so, goal is to get this up and running today. We'll see how far we get into that because, as you know, I get very, very distracted, and the more distracted I get, the less I actually am able to accomplish, and, you know, that's just me in a nutshell. It happens all the time. Beautiful. So then we would have to do that shape on a diagonal. Is that feasible? I don't know. Do not know. Looks good, though. Alright, so if that one is now correct, so we would have to make sure that this side is also correct. So let's go ahead and try to do that. So we want it to end right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want it to end right there. Yep. And to do that, we will have to make slight adjustments, I think. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we could go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it would be here. I think we can get this. So there, here. Hold on. Let's give this a shot and just see here. We'll have to add blocks potentially. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, I think I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. We're close. So it needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's try 1, 2. Here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. 1, 2. Dude, why? It needs to line up. 1, 2, 3. We could make this one the 4th one, right? And then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I got it. So it's like that. So then 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And that makes a little bit of a corner situation, but I think that is correct. That's what we need. That is what we need right there, right? And we did have to add another pillar, so we are missing a few logs here, but that is okay. It's fine. Do that as the same. Perfect. All right, so that side now lines up, and now we have to do the same to the other side here, in which we want to connect to the tippy tip. Tippy tip. So right here is where we need to connect. Let's see if we can manage that the same way. We will have to chop down a few of these, but that is okay. And we need some more dirt. We're out of dirt again. Always freaking out of dirt, man. Alright, so if we take out the 3, then we do 1 here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make this. Don't worry. It's all good. 1, 2, 3. And let's go here then. Okay, we should have planned this out a little bit better, but it's fine. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it's a lot of counting with Viking here, but let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3 here. Close. We're getting closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting maybe closer. I'm not sure. 2, 3, 4. We need to add. We need to add, not take away here. That's the big issue. So, how many blocks do we need to add to make this right? Hello, buddy. Hello. Get smitten. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs one more block, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that should be good. Yeah, there we go. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that is correct because now we have the number that we seek and all lines up correctly, just having to do some weird stuff. But we're good with that. So let's rebuild these structural pillars here. And that will aid us and embed us. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost done. Almost done here, and then we have got it figured out. There we go. So now the posts are correct the entirety of the farm, and that is great. Or not farm, but the area. That is very, very nice. Then we're going to decide what we're using for our pathways here. And I'm not sure if we are using the same thing or if we are using something different, because this is like the town. We wanted the inside to be very regal, right? But these are very, very small, so I don't know if I want to do something quite that large and in charge. Do we keep up the copper and just lose the nether brick, I wonder? Because we don't really have the space to do both. And if we do both, it's going to be very crowded and very congested, which I don't think is what we want. Alright, we need smooth stone, which we are running out of very, very quickly. Cut. God, I really like that, by the way. It just looks so weird. So eclectic. Love it. We'll have to figure out how to do a diagonal roof. That's going to be a fun challenge, I think. And we need sandstone. Okay, we do have a wee bit. Let's go ahead and change to our axe. We do have a tiny, tiny bit left. But we don't have a way to smelt anymore because we're out of freaking coal. That is a wee bit of a problem, you think? Take some of those. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and knock this one out here. And then we're going to have to figure out where else would we want these turrets. And I do think we can just kind of pop them into the wall as needed. And that will work for our benefit. Let's put our torch down first in the middle. Then we can start our sandstone. No, I keep doing that. I keep putting it there, but I know it doesn't go there. Boom, boom. Once you get the pattern, super easy to do, but building a roof on this, I think, is going to be very difficult. Also, I much more enjoy that turret now. I even think I could add a little bit more of the blue there, like branch it down all the way, and I think that would be very useful as well. All right, let's finish this. Like I said, trying our damnedest to make progress here, but you know how it goes. We run out of blocks, we run out of everything, and it's happening. It's happening at an alarming rate. We are running out of just about every material that we need to make this base. We're running out. And with no farms, that is becoming quite an issue. Quite apparent that we are not going to have the resources for this. And that is not bueno. All of these bad boys. Let's make the next stack. I would like to get all of these turrets in place one at a time while we're here anyway. That will help just a little bit to stay focused on task and also try to make things a little bit more finished at the same time. Because it'll be like, oh wow, he's actually put in some thought to this, when in reality, I really haven't. But I want you to think that I have, so that's the plan here. That is the freaking plan, let me tell you. So let's go ahead and make a couple more turrets. So I would probably then add at least one over here. How would you get into here? Would we have just a bridge to get into the stronghold? Probably not, right? It would be through the city. So theoretically, there should be like another bridge here in which to cross over into the stronghold in case of emergency, I think. That could be kind of cool. Do you need to figure out, are we just using copper? We could. Copper would be easy, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where would you want a secondary gate to be, though? And would it make sense that they're next to each other? God, we dug that out so long ago. It's crazy. So, I suppose... I mean, maybe we would want it like that and just have extra protection going into there. Though I do feel kind of compelled to do 2 more turrets here, but that also makes us have to chop this down, which I suppose we could do. Is this Silk Touch? We need to not have Silk Touch, honestly. Silk Touch is kind of screwing us a little bit in that department. Don't want the Silky. Alright, let's throw all that away for the moment. Just put some stuff down. Get rid of it all. Perfect. Let's get a new hoe. Do we have enough emeralds for that? Probably not, right? Okay. Hoe from which guy? Hoe from the armorer, which is... Do we have an armorer anymore? Or, Do we have the tool guy anymore? I hope we do. One of you. Oh, yeah. Not you. Who give me my hoe? Who give hoe? What else? Do we only have 1 in here, or do we have 2? Looks like we have 2, but that does not give our hoe. Who give hoe? Who does? Who give? The toolsmith gives the hoe, right? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Oh, that looks so good. So happy about that. Seriously. Okay. Well, do we have an extra hoe laying around then that we can convert? Or not? It's not looking good at this moment. What are you guys? None of you have what I am seeking, I don't think. Yeah, you're a mason. You're a mason, and did we save any diamond hoes, I guess, is the next question. We did. Alright, so we can repair this one lickety-split just by getting ourselves a butt ton of string. And then we can do the choppa. Give me your string or give me death. Whoa. Legs back. It's probably all that string that's on the ground. Realistically. Alright, so let's just do this, and then we will heal the hoe while we are doing this. And that'll be good. Should only take 1 round of trading, if I had to guess, to get the hoe back up to full durability. We're very close anyway, and we're good with that. Yeah, no, honestly, that is close enough. Ooh, you almost did it. You almost did a thing, buddy. Not cool. Let's just yeet that. Now we got a little bit more emeraldes, so that is very nice. Alright, let's chop this down. Chop it down. The durability does go by very, very quickly, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. We just need this gone. And this is, as far as I know, the quickest way to find all of the logs inside of it without turning the graphics back to fancy. So that is what we do. And it's also very, very satisfying just ripping through leaves at the speed of light. Ugh. Yes, please. Yeah, so we'll just knock out all the leaves here. We'll go even one more layer down, and then we should have access to all the logs. Allows us to replenish our saplings because we have fortune on the hoe, as well as just getting rid of this faster so that we can put something here in terms of our build, which is starting to come along nicely. Still got to do this side in terms of the decor, but the wall is beefy. And we do need to start moving our villagers, so we might need to start building houses like crazy here, so that we don't have to move them like a third time. That would be probably ideal. Alright, can we go down one more? I believe we can, so let's get rid of the layer of wood. And then we will chop out all the leaves and be happy about it. I do like that you can grow these in a giant block. Still not efficient that you can't grow every tree in a 2x2 space, but you know. I think that's the one wood change I would make. If you don't want us to give the ability to fell a tree, like to cut the entire tree in one go, what you should do is give us the ability to do every tree in a 2x2 so it's easy to make farms for them, or easy to chop them down because they grow in a 2x2. That would be a really freaking nice, let me tell you. Oh, Jesus. I have, like, not shut up all day, and it's starting to wear and tear on my voice just a little bit. But we'll do what we can to try to power ourselves through and get what we got going and, you know, all of that. Alright, so this should be the last layer of leaves that we need to get rid of. From there, we should just... Oh my god! Saplings that are still growing, that's lovely. Good lord, tree. You just came out of nowhere, huh? Should probably have gone down there and gotten rid of all those saplings, but we didn't do that, so we're gonna have to erase them. Gonna have to freaking race these saplings as they try to grow, because without leaves here, they will actually start growing rapidly. And now that we've started, I think I feel obligated to just keep going until we win. So let's do it. Let's do it. Try to get rid of all the logs, and then, and only then, can we get rid of all the saplings. Once every single log is gone, can try to get all the saplings and stop them from growing. That'll be nice. That will be very nice. I don't even need this pink wood right now, but we will have it. Let me tell you. We'll frickin' have it. Alright, that's fine. Okay. Here's the part where trees could easily start growing, though, because... Oop. I do gotta put that one back. Gotta put it back. Just so it has the chance and potential of growing, stifling us and making us go back and getting one more tree. Which is just like a little game that I like to play with myself, you know. It's kind of the equivalent of when guys are thinking, or like they're walking home, or they're walking to a place, and you're like, okay, I gotta get to the next driveway before this car comes or I die, you know? And I'm pretty sure this is a thing that like every guy has done at some point. Gotta get to this mailbox, gotta get to this street, you know, whatever, before the next car comes or you die. And so you're like sprinting a little bit, and you're like, oh, gotta get there. And then you get there and you're like, okay, next one. Kind of like the floor is lava, except for it's just guys being guys, right? Alright, so now we can get rid of all the sapling. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright, we probably got a hefty amount of saplings from that as well, so that is good news. Let's take a look. 2 and 42. That's pretty good. And a ton of wood to go with it. A lot of sticks. Cool. Very, very cool. So we want like a nice, neat little bridge here. Whoop. Yeah, just yeet it. Alright, where's the sandstone? Right there. Where's the wood? Where's the wood? There you are. And there's that. Is that all we need? I think so. Alright, so now that that is taken care of, I would like to... feel like there should be another turret here. Do we want to do that one on an angle as well? And if we do... we can't go that way for it, right? No, we couldn't really go that way. Do we just do the one? So you would have it... It's just like to the right. So you would have it here, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then you would just... So you would probably make these slabs because you wouldn't want them to be whole blocks here. Make that work. Let's do that on all of these sides. And again, this needs to be 17 blocks. So that makes us go to 47 here. Perfecto. From 47, we go to 30, and then 13. We do need our torch in the middle here. We should probably just slab it so it doesn't have to have a torch, but if we just put a torch, it's probably fine. Does that look weird if you have double right next to each other? I think it kind of does, actually. So maybe instead we put like a turret over here freestanding in the middle. That could potentially work. This is a thick-ass wall, though. It's the only place we're going to have this thick-ass wall, too. The rest is small boy walls, except for maybe the inner sanctum. We'll have to figure that out, though. I don't know if I actually like it here. I don't actually think I do. Oh, I think it's time to relocate the villagers. Gonna be a pain in the ass, but I think it's time. Alright, let's chop all of this down. And we'll see where exactly it can go. It's not going to be intrusive and not going to be a big deal to have it there. Alright, so we want to be able to see those, right? And we can. I do feel like a wall needs to be added over here. And then I guess we have to decide, are we going up here? Because we could, right? We very easily could. We could. We could. Like, would you go up to there, maybe? Like, bulk this whole thing up a couple notches? Can we do... Like, you'd have to... 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have to do it a little bit off. 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'd have to do one like here, and then you'd add the second one over here somewhere, I guess. Which means I think the villagers need to be relocated again. Because we need this space now, and the villagers are kind of in our way. Before we do that, let's work on the road so that we can make this work. And yeah. So we'll need copper, as we always do. Jesus, like, why do we have just freaking zombie flesh and like random shit, dude? Get out, get out! Freaking wool and all sorts of stuff. Good, we need resources really bad, really freaking bad. We need nether brick if we have it, and we need copper if we have it. Alright, do we have... Oh, hello, friend. You died. Sorry. I don't know what happened there. Oh, golly. If we don't have any copper, this is going to be real sad in a second here. Do we have any copper? Not much. Not much at all. Just turn it all into this. I mean, we got enough, right? So I think past the gate here is where nether brick no longer comes into play. Like right here, past the gate. No more nether brick? Yeah? Alright, So let's go ahead and just start making our pathway here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that right now. So you would probably come winding over here, I think. Like this, and all the way right there. And then you would come through on the other side and follow that same rough contour. Just like a soul. To have ourselves a nifty little pathway here. Something like that, presumably. God, we need to move just about everything now. We are in the way of our storage thing. We're in the way of just about freaking everything right now. These random chests are in the way. We need to figure out a place that we can have ample storage. Because let me tell you, right now, that is not existing, and we're running into trouble. Running into trouble like it's nobody's business, because all of the things that we have are getting jumbled, and just a mess. Just a freaking mess here. Get rid of all the stone. So, potentially a pathway like this. It winds and swoops all the way up there. So you would need to go up, right? So let's just say here is maybe where we start going up. Let's just see how far this copper gets us before we move on. I know we're going to have to wait a lot longer now for this to become waxed, or for it to become oxidized rather, but it should be okay. Let's get rid of the wood out of our inventory slot right there. It's fine, honestly, that we have to wait for this, because the build still's got a lot to go. So by the time we are actually done, we should be just about all oxidized, which would be really cool. And I think if you actually have it next to stuff that is already oxidized, it goes just a little bit faster, but I have no evidence to back that up. Literally no evidence, so. Okay, it's fine. Let's make it go this way. Hard to see what I'm doing also with all of these freaking chests in the way. Like that. Like this, I guess. And I'm not a fan of that one. I like the jaggedness. Looks good. And then we do just need to add the pink blocks over here, which we could do. Over here looks a little peculiar, which we can fix. Then we need to start going up, so we need to go something like this, I would imagine. Something like that. And then this one would go even a half step up from that. Would we go up again? It's a half block or a whole block? That's a whole block. So I guess we would do something like this then. Something like that. And maybe a little bit of that action like this. And a little of that. And something like that. Looks a little weird, but we're on it. So then we'd go. I mean, we could just go back down, I guess. Let's try that and see if it is something that works for us. So we just do something like this all the way. And then probably once you get to here is where you can go that half step down again. And just because we want to keep it spawn proof while it being relatively moody. Okay, so from here, we want to go do a pathway over here. Jesus. So, I mean, obviously the pathway doesn't go here anymore, so it would have to go probably over this way. Because there'd be at least one, maybe two, maybe three houses over here. All right, let's see if we can shape that then. So you would go like this, and up here. And then you'd probably go around. So we would do something along those lines. Be perfect. Some places might be a little too big, and that's okay. So, like, probably a house over here. At least one house, like maybe 1, 2, 3 houses, like on this little subdivision here. Could work. I think I like the shape, so let's go ahead and just get our copper in. And we aren't going to have the nether brick here. For one reason, it is just too small of an island to have that going, so we can't allow it. And that's fine. That is fine. Oops. Yep, so we'll do little things like this just so we know where the road is. And obviously this might change just a little bit, but for the most part it should stay relatively the same. Like this part might change, and yeah, little things subject to change based on where our road is going. So then I guess this is where the road goes. This one needs to split off going this way. So So something like that. Nice little shape that we shave out here. Now, I do realize that a lot of this is roads. So there will not be that many houses in here, but be okay. Because that makes the interior attack reward a little bit on the special side then, if I have a limited quantity of ones that can be done. So then I'd want to come down again. See, that feels a little bit large, actually. So maybe we take out one layer here. That feels a little bit better. Close. That feels a little bit better. Okay. That feels much better. And then our house, so we need to go to this point right here. So we can do that, and then shape it from over here as well. So up to there. And again, that feels a little bit large. So what if we just shaved it back just a smidgen here? Something like that, maybe? Yeah. That feels a lot better. Something like that, and then do something like this, just to, like, hey, this is a doorway. I like that so far. Let's fly up and just see how I'm feeling. Oh, yeah, baby. So, like I said, the road is a big part of this, obviously, but it's an important part. And then we'll have to just fit our houses accordingly to this. So they might not all be this big. Some might be small, some might be large. We do know that we want quite a bit of houses, though, so we'll try to incorporate that to the best of our ability. So let's see, you'd have house, house, house. Kind of like a cul-de-sac. And then over on this side, you'd probably have at least 2 houses. Like, we can probably fit 20 or 30 houses in here. If I had to guess, 20 to 30. It's pretty good. This feels weird. That feels better. Okay, so if he is here, then we probably want to go right down here. Like, wind the road over there. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. So we'd pick back up from, like, here. And wind this way. Like that. And then we would take one other point from, like, I don't know, I guess here. And from that, we should be able to go something like that. Right here. And that should give us our path, and then we can wind that going all the way down. Again, subject to change. We're just we're playing around here, all right? We're just playing around, just figuring things out, trying to make this the best that we can. And that way, if someone else redeems interior attack, we have a place that they can just build their house real quickly And it is not a problem. We have the infrastructure for it now, so it's not a big deal at all. I am noticing we are running out of copper very quickly, however. So that is something to bear in mind as we continue this here. Every road we add uses a ton of copper. Something like that, and then something like this. So we down step, and obviously not all of these are going to be spawn proof, but that's okay. So we would go something like that, and then this would take another half step down. Something along those lines. Nice little retaining wall or something there could work very well. Let's get the torches back just so we try to keep it as spawn proof as possible. This one, I think, then needs to start going this way, so we don't probably need that one anymore. Needs to go around here, and I would love to have a room on either side for houses, so let's see if we can make that happen. This is going to be a really long road that we most certainly do not have the resources for, but it's okay. So something along these lines. It's close to the wall in some parts, but that's probably okay. And then we just need to go and do the other line here. Just holding the mouse, click button, trying to make it as natural as we possibly can. Okay. Hello, turtle. And so now we can get rid of all of the placement blocks, get rid of that, and we can have ourselves more copper. We are definitely not going to have enough copper for this little part of the road here, though. Here is where we run out, and that's okay. Means we will have to go ourselves on a copper mining spree here soon. That's a little too... Yeah, there we go. It's a little bit too open. Okay, so we can go all through here, and we'll stop here for the moment. Don't need that, don't need that. We'll definitely take stone or sand over stone any day of the freaking week. Yes, beautiful sand. It feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. So you would have something like this, and then you would go down again. And we want these on the half because it allows you to do cool things with the sides here. And I think it just elevates the build just a little bit more than it is. Alright, let's try and place all the copper that we have left I don't know how people build with copper, to be honest with you. It just runs out so freaking fast. Maybe that one. Just kind of loops around and goes back and forth here. Very natural. Oh, we still got... This is our last stack? Okay. So I knew we wouldn't have enough. That's fine. Did make a dent in it, though. And that is very, very good. Alright. So that is all the copper that we have to our name now. Yes, I love that. And then, so it's going to be one big contiguous loop here. Yeah, that'll look really good, especially when we have like little things here and like, I don't know, it'll work. Like there's going to be a series of small houses, some large houses, some medium houses. And all of it should work okay. But now we at least have a spot to get from the main center all the way into the town, and that is huge. Freaking huge. So, I am going to take a quick break here, use the restroom, grab myself another agua, and for those of you on Twitch, we'll be right back. For those of you on the YouTubes, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.